right, y'all, I watched Aftersun, so you don't have to, and here's what I got. First of all, it's hosted by E.L. Booker this week, who is from Love Island Games, also from Love Island UK, but interestingly enough, he is also Sully's ex. If y'all remember, they got together on Love Island Games, but I don't know what the tea is there, because it's kind of, he seems like it's a good reunion, like, it seemed like that for him, but for her, she seemed kind of weird. Who knows? Also, who cares? Didn't already know the normal host, Mara Higgins, is filming Traitors, so that's why we haven't seen her. I mean, it's really doesn't matter to me who we see because Aftersun is always a waste of time. This week, however, may not be a waste of time because JaNa and Serena are up there, so we're gonna get to see a little sneak peek of Beyond the Villa. I always want to say After the Villa. They should have named it that. But Beyond the Villa. So it seems like it's a pattern after the first week and this week. They spend the first 14 minutes talking about like a recap of the week. So the first 14 minutes, unless you're interested in what Sully and Callum have to say, no offense, I'm not interested in it at all. You can skip the first 14 minutes. Okay, so then we get to Ariana. Ariana's talking to whatever. Ariana's talking to Eyal about the Bella dumping, and she says she wasn't surprised at all that Bella was dumped, and she makes a good point that Nick never once chose Beldasha, right? And if we look back, we notice that Beldasha chose him every time. He never once chose Beldasha. Ariana also said that it was apparent to her that Nick and Sierra had a stronger connection than Nick and Beldasha. This is just a fun little tidbit, but Ariana said that her alter ego, where she was dressed up in all red with the dark hair, the name is Raven. So she named her alter ego Raven. I just love that. Ariana apparently loves Amaya, thinks that she's iconic, and loves how she scares the boys. I know I've seen a lot of women say that they love how she scares the boys. I beg to differ, but whatever. That's what Ariana said. Okay, so Ariana has two favorite moments of the week. The one is Sierra and Shelly's kiss, which I think is a lot of our favorite moment. And then the second one was when Nick said Olandria was the best kisser. And she reminds us that Nick did choose to kiss Olandria during that like first challenge. I think it was the first challenge when they were blindfolded and sitting down. Remember that? So to me, it seems like Ariana is for Nick and Olandria, but you know who else is a little bit of tea for y'all if you haven't seen it online. It seems like Nick's mom is for Nick and Olandria. Now, Sierra's a sweet girl. I think we all know that. She seems like a great girl, but I think it's super interesting that his own mother is pushing that narrative. So Ariana said those are her two crazy ships in her mind. So I'm not sure, because she was speaking right at that moment on Nick and Olandria. So I'm not sure if she's talking about those two as a ship, or if she's talking about Shelly and Sierra as a ship too. I'm for both. If y'all remember last week, Ace was Ariana's boy crush. This week, he is on her shit list. So much like a lot of us. But she said her crush this week is Sierra. Okay, so Ian Sterling did like the unseen bit of the week or whatever he calls it, and it was the group. It wasn't all of them, but it was a lot of them, and they were playing charades. So Taylor had to act out Ghostbusters. Charlie and Jeremiah had to guess. It was silly. It's like, don't bother going to watch Aftersun just to see that. I'm sure you'll see a clip of it online, but it was funny. I mean, y'all know Taylor is funny for real. Okay, next we get to see a little trip down memory lane for JaNa and Serena. So they're showing clips of JaNa and Serena's time in the villa last year, and it's just nice to see. Nice reminder, we all loved season 6. Okay, so the really good part, JaNa and Serena, like I said, are there. They showed a clip of They showed a clip of Serena and Cordell winning Love Island. They asked Serena, or EL asked Serena, what is it like seeing Cordell achieve his long-term goals, as we saw on the show, and she's like, it's a beautiful thing. His ambition is one of the most attractive things about him. He be chomping on Cheez-Its still, whatever. But now they got to Beyond the Villa, and JaNa says, they do all see each other as a big family still, like those Islanders from season 6. but there was like some actual drama that was unexpected. Okay, so if you guys want to see the exclusive clip that's on Aftersun, I don't know if it's going to be posted elsewhere on the internet, but go to 30 minutes and 45 seconds. If you go a little bit before that, you can see, you know, JaNa and Serena talking and like that trip down memory lane and whatnot. But the exclusive clip of PPGM starts at around 30 minutes and 45 seconds. It's so funny because the beginning of the clip, it's like Serena and JaNa greeting each other, and Kenny's there. Cordell's in Dallas, so he'll be on his way like the next day. But then Leah and Miguel walk in. It's like, y'all, we know y'all been seeing each other, so, but it's funny. Like, why did they have to act it like that? I don't know. I don't know what the producers were doing, because we all watch them on the internet. They're always together. Like, why'd y'all play it like that? And they FaceTime Cordell. That was really it. They had their like little testimonials or whatever. So you hear from JaNa, you hear from Leah, and Leah pretty much talking about just like how beautiful and harmonious the relationship is between all of them. But and then they talk about the Love Island summer party happening the next day, but that's all we see. Okay, so EL asked JaNa and Serena what they think about the people in the villa, if there was anyone that they wish was on their season, and Serena says all the girls are beautiful, pretty much that, you know, they think all the girls are beautiful, and then they say that they're feeling Olandria and Shelly's vibes, of course, because, like, why wouldn't they be? But then EL says something that it's like, I mean, a tiny itty bitty spoiler, little bit. I mean, we probably would have deduced this already because it's what makes sense, but we didn't, I guess, publicly know this yet, that the girls will be in control next time. So I guess if there will be an elimination, which I assume there would have been, if there will be an elimination, it sounds like the girls are going to be in control of that. But now we have Nick and Ace in the beach hut, and they're talking about Iris coming in, and what's his name, Ace, is like, oh yeah, that's what I've been waiting for. Like, what you mean that's what you've been waiting for, bro? Don't piss me off even more than you have already, because what do you mean you have Shelly sitting right there, you have Olandria sitting right there? I know he's not interested in Olandria, but I'm just saying, you got two of the most beautiful women Love Island has ever seen sitting right there, but you've been waiting for somebody like Iris to come in. Okay, Iris is cute, but please. That tells me all I need to know about Ace, to be quite honest. I don't know what's going on with Nick's lip, but he got something on his lip, honey. I don't know if he got bit or what. It's definitely something large there. That's really all it was from Ace and Nick. They play a little game. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Now it's on to Beldasha. Beldasha really hasn't said anything very interesting that we haven't heard before, but she does say Ace was probably the best kiss in that baseball challenge. So she says she felt kind of bound to that love triangle, and with Nick's decision to not choose her, he kind of set her free. Okay. Eyal asked Beldasha what she thought about Huda and Jeremiah. She says she's kind of nervous, and then she kind of puts it on Jeremiah. She's like, I could see Jeremiah essentially eye wandering, turn his head. She can see Jeremiah kind of go maybe explore another connection. And she's like, it might be good to test their connection. But she's essentially putting it on Jeremiah to step away from Huda, which I guess makes sense. But like, I don't know, the way she said it, I mean, that Huda is her girl. So like, what is she going to say about Huda? But she knows Huda be wrong. She knows Huda's wrong. I know she knows. Just because that's her girl, she's not going to say it, but I know she knows. And I know she knows that it's really not on Jeremiah. It's a lot of it is on Huda and the way that listen, this is my opinion. I'm getting a little too far, okay? So that's what she said. She wouldn't be surprised if Jeremiah kind of strayed away. Okay, so that's really it. There's so what's it called? The bombshells, they play a little game. Nobody cares. It was a stupid little game. But then at the end, they have JaNa and Serena taking a tour of the villa. You know, it's the same villa, but it's been renovated with the new rooms and whatnot. This fool, JaNa, talk about take a towel. JaNa is crazy for real, but y'all know her. She's talking about it's basically ours if you think about it. JaNa and Serena reenact the way that PPG used to roll down the hallway to listen to people's conversations. Yeah, JaNa took something from about every room, so They need to let her keep that stuff for real. No, but that's it. It was a decent episode for Aftersun. You know, Aftersun sucks as is, but it was a decent episode. And I think that's only because JaNa and Serena were on this episode, to be quite honest. Y'all go to the 30-minute, 45-second timestamp, I think, if you want to see JaNa and Serena's little interview. It was really, really cute. Otherwise, that's all you need to know from Aftersun.